What's up, everybody? So many shows.com. This is So Many Mess. This is Mike Pete, Fallout Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8. We got the finale.
Yep.
So I don't necessarily know if it's a cliffhanger, depending on how you look at it, but how do you feel? How do you feel after watching the season? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel like they left you on a, do you feel like do you think it was a cliffhanger? Or do you think
Yes, I felt like it was a cliffhanger. A lot of questions left unanswered. You know, Hank erases his memory, and now Lucy won't find out what's been going on or who's behind everything. And
I thought his head was going to explode.
Yeah, same.
When he said, "I'm sorry," I started crying. I was like, this guy's going to blow up his own head right now when he pressed the button. Or the other thing I thought of is that he put one in her neck and she didn't know.
Oh, okay.
And when he said, "I'm sorry," and pressed the button, it was going to turn her. So I thought that maybe he had like either stole the button from her or had his own like master button for her. Like, because remember, there was that big square thing that they had and that we saw.
Yep.
And then he also said that other people had these little things that you couldn't see.
Little mini ones, yeah.
So you don't know who's who if they have a mini one inside of their neck.
Yep.
So I didn't know if they had already tested they put a mini one in. What's her name? Lucy?
Yeah.
The badass girl, I call her. I don't know if they put a mini one in her, and then that was his like, sorry, before you get me, I got you.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how that worked. They showed you the scene of Macaulay Culkin.
Yep.
Why did they show you that scene? It was so quick. They tried to show that his crew won victory, that he won that war with them.
Well, he's now in charge of both of the armies now.
Why?
Well, because he took the role of Kaiser, that's how they say it.
But weren't they fighting because of that? So he killed the other guy finally?
Well, I know he looked at who was supposed to take over for Caesar, and the note basically said that the Caesar line dies with me. So he crumpled it up, ate the note so that nobody else could see it, and then killed the other guy to take.
See, I missed that whole part in my head.
Yeah,
I watched it, but I didn't have it written down, or I didn't calculate it. All I remember is just seeing him being like dragged across the end of the episode, going into the next season.
So he's the one in charge of, I think, both armies now. He's the new Caesar, and they're gonna go find their Caesar's palace in Vegas.
So I say the show is really good. Well, I was telling you and Tracy in my mind. I hated it. I watched the first, I remember I watched the first few episodes. You remember I told you I hate this fucking thing.
Yep.
I thought it was stupid. I didn't think it made sense. I didn't think it was realistic with the Ghoul and all these people that can't die and all this other crazy random stuff. Now I'm so happy I stuck with it. I hated Maximus with a passion for a very long time. He's actually my favorite character now.
Oh, nice.
His arc is amazing. So whoever writes for the show is amazing because I stuck around for 2 seasons. I got to see this arc, which gave me a new favorite character. His buddy is hilarious. Like, his arm falls off and he's using the sniper rifle with his feet.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't get it to load again. He's like, oh, shoot.
He's like, just give me a minute.
I thought it was funny and very realistic when the guy was like, oh, let's go take our town back. And she's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think, because you think about that sometimes when you watch a TV show, you're like, oh, like all these people are all going to agree to run out and sacrifice themselves for this one stupid idiot when they've been hiding the whole time. No, I always say when shit hits the fan, like, so like at work, I'm always like, oh, if something happens and somebody comes in and I'm going to come and beat the shit out of them. Right. Yes. Yeah. Or if this guy comes with a weapon, I'm going to go disarm him.
Yep.
But like, how do you know in the situation if I'm not going to be like, shit, this guy got a weapon, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I say. You could talk big all you want. You don't know. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Exactly.
Then it changes. So yeah, I found that interesting with that, and I thought that was very realistic. They didn't want to go outside and deal with that. So we talked about this a little bit, not on recording. So let's just continue this conversation. So the head,
yes.
the creepiest part of Fallout to me was the head.
Yep.
There was a head hooked up to wires, but had like a tube feeding it.
I think it was more giving it air or something. It sounded like there was a hissing sound instead of.
Okay, but where was the body, and how is and how is the head able to still function, and why does it need air, and what was it actually doing, that head? head.
Well, I did watch a recap video because you brought up the question, so at least wanted to have some sort of an answer. I watched a YouTube video on the recap of episode 7, and the person said that Diane Welch is the character name, was being used as a biological CPU for Hank's mind control mainframe. I don't know how that works. We saw her wearing the helmet thing, which Robert House was wearing earlier that episode, where he's trying to upload his consciousness to a mainframe. So maybe this is Diane Welch's presence to help control to control the people that they aren't trying to kill each other anymore. Maybe if Robert House was consciousness would want everybody to kill each other. You never know.
So when she hit that thing with the hammer or whatever it was and it stopped working, and he said, "Why'd you do that, Lucy?" To Hank said, "Why'd you do that?" You're saying it stopped all those people from being nice?
I don't know for sure. We didn't. Well, I mean that big guy, all of a sudden has a mean streak when he starts choking out Lucy to get the chip implanted. So
Yes.
maybe it was controlling the niceness of the people that Hank
But it
had
still
planned.
doesn't explain how this congresswoman's head
Yeah.
CPU controls the niceness. Also, we find out that Hank is married to the pirate lady, I call her, because she has
Yep.
one eye.
Exactly.
And she gets exposed for killing whoever she killed in her vault. And then we see that she opens up the thing at the end and she sends out a message.
Yes.
Says initiate phase 2.
Yep.
And we see a bunch of scientists walking around filling out paperwork how she says this. Do we have any idea where these scientists are and what phase 2 is?
I don't know what phase 2 is, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the facility they were at might be in Colorado because the Ghoul comes across a postcard for Colorado, and he finally gets to the cryotubes of his wife and daughter.
Which was going to be my next thing. So I thought it wasn't necessarily a cliffhanger per se because they left you with it was a transition
Yep.
because the first season was where the first season was, I guess, compared to the first video game. The second season was the Vegas.
Yep.
You can't stay in Vegas because I'm sure the next video game, Fallout 3 or whatever the next one was, I never played them. It's
Nope.
probably set in Colorado where this character that you are goes from Vegas to Colorado now. However, I'm just guessing if the video game could have like, okay, the video game Fallout 2 ends in Vegas. Oh, I got to go to Colorado now. Fallout 3 starts. You're in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we know they don't just start season 3 with the Ghoul in Colorado?
We don't. I'm looking forward to seeing how they kind of started off. We thought right away they'd be in Vegas after last season ended. People were saying, "Oh, cool, it's gonna be Fallout Vegas," but there was not a lot of scenes in Vegas this season. I mean, they were still walking there at the beginning.
There was a
type of
vault in
thing.
Vegas. There was
Yeah.
one scene where they were inside a casino,
Yep.
and then that was it.
Yeah. A lot of flashbacks to Cooper's time finding out what's going on and trying to prevent it. And
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
they're going to get away from Vegas and go to Colorado. Then how does Lucy and Maximus end up in Colorado?
Yeah, they'll all meet up at some point. We'll see.
And now, what was the final outcome with her brother? Because I remember they like knocked him out a couple times.
Yeah, they knocked him out a couple times, Norm. Then somebody accidentally pushed the elevator button and they got attacked by those giant roaches. Everybody
Oh,
else,
that's right. That's what I want to talk. Okay, so
Yep.
yeah, so when those roaches came, they killed pretty much everybody except for him.
except for him and maybe one other person that was trapped in that room where they all got trapped in with those roaches. So I don't know if there's any other survivors. I'm hoping the Olivia person who was helping them or trying to help them. I hope she survived, but
It's such a weird show because you're like, oh, okay, this is a little more realistic, and then all of a sudden these roaches come out of the elevator shaft, and it's like
yes,
these giant wasp monsters. But then again, who's to say in 200 years that's not going to be a thing? We don't know.
exactly. We have no
So,
idea.
so that's what we left with him. Maximus and Lucy are actually an item now.
Possibly.
They
I know
held hands at the end.
yeah, well, either that or it's a strong bond, but I wouldn't mind
I
seeing
don't know,
the
man.
relationship.
Seems like they are an item.
Curious to see how it's going to turn out.
Yeah. Well, if you mix Maximum and Badass, which is what I call Lucy, you got Maximus.
Maximus.
Maximus. That's the name
awesome.
for our ship here. The Ghoul saved Lucy.
Yes.
So that was interesting after she pushed him out of the window and left him to die.
Well, because he was trying to bring her back to her vault.
Yes, which she did actually make it back to the vault. Had second opinions on what to do. Yeah, so and then the other thing the guy was talking to, he's still in that room. Remember when the Ghoul was talking to, I think it was a Robert House?
Yep.
And he goes into that area where he's like, okay, I'm leaving now. And they were like, no, you need me. And he's like, no, for the first time, my family, I know for a fact my family's alive, and he leaves.
Mhm.
So what happens to that guy now on the speaker? He's just still in that vicinity?
I'm pretty sure he's still in that. I don't know if it's computer, some kind of server or something.
I
Maybe.
thought it was a vault.
A vault? Okay.
I thought they went inside a vault and he was running the vault. But if he's running the vault, is his head somewhere connected to a CPU?
Who knows? I don't know if that's the case or if he successfully uploaded his consciousness
Also,
into this
who released his
system.
daughter and wife,
Exactly.
the ghouls, and who put a postcard about Colorado?
Unless it was Barbara leaving him a trail, a breadcrumb of where
I
she
get it,
possibly was
but
heading.
first she had to be unfrozen, right? And then she had
Yeah.
to go to Colorado to make sure it's good, then come back to Vegas to leave the note.
Or she just left the postcard there, so that's where she's heading next.
See,
And
I
maybe when he
thought
gets to Colorado, it'll be some other place. And
See, I thought she left to go to Colorado and make sure it was good or whatever. Came back and got the daughter, and when she got the daughter, unfroze the daughter, brought the daughter with her and left the postcard.
okay, so you thought 5 steps ahead almost here. For me, I'm like, oh, she probably just left a postcard of where she's heading to next with their
Yeah,
daughter.
no, I'm trying to figure out how she did everything.
Exactly.
That's my main. That's the way my mind works. What I miss? Anything? Did we miss anything? I'm trying to think any characters that we didn't go over that were important.
I don't think we missed any characters that are important. I did love the battle scenes with the Deathclaws and Maximus in that suit. That was fun.
You see, it's funny because I don't like those scenes. To me, those scenes like it's kind of like when you watch a movie
Hmm.
and like they're fighting like there's an alien race and the people getting ready to fight these aliens and then like the last 20 minutes of the movie is just all action where they're just blowing up these alien chunks all over the place and people are
Yep.
dying like and I'm just like I like the drama and the thrill and how you got there type of deal.
Oh, okay.
So like you only need to show me the monster and then how the monster dies. You don't need to show me like him about to kill Maximus and Maximus sitting there with his thing deprogramming and
Yes.
like, oh no, Maximus is gonna die. Now I'm gonna kill Maximus, pick him up and throw him through the fucking wall. So yeah, and I think what else? What else you got?
Oh, I liked when Cooper was gonna take the fall for saving Barbara, or she was gonna, she didn't want him turning himself in or whatever. So it was kind of nice to see that Cooper didn't want his wife being brought down with him. I think he was trying to do this little covert mission that she probably found out about or something. So it was kind of cool to see how he took the fall there. I'm curious to see what's, because when
Yeah,
we first saw him in
there was a
season
weird
one.
sequence there where he gave the vial to the president who was sitting next to the congresswoman, and then the
Yep.
next time we see them, the congresswoman is just ahead, and then the
Yes.
flashback shows that oh, you gave it to the wrong person,
Yep.
and that the bad people have it now, but he gave it to the president of the United States and then got
Yeah.
arrested. So why did he get arrested if he gave something to the president of the United States? Wouldn't that get him keep him out of jail?
Well, I also watched, or I was watching the YouTube video on that too. Apparently, the president might be part of that enclave, and that's why they arrested him to take him off the board. So he gave the vial to the wrong person, basically. So
Whatever.
I know there's so many factions, like you've said. We come across, they got the Roman characters, you got the battle bots, you got the enclave, you got the
And then you
Brotherhood.
got phase two, the North California
Yes.
Republic is back.
Exactly. There's all these factions you got to deal with, and we see that the Brotherhood. Do you watch through the credits in episode
No,
8?
I
Okay,
did
because
not.
I follow the Fallout page on Facebook, but there is a little snippet at the end of the credits of episode 8 where you see the Brotherhood, the guy that Maximus was fighting with before he left the Brotherhood, was still alive, the leader or whatever. So,
Oh, the old guy.
yep, the old guy. So we're gonna have to deal with that sometime down the road, I'm guessing, or Maximus will have to face that, probably the next season here too. So yeah, so I mean, I love these 2 episodes back to back. The last episode kind of jumped around a little bit too much for me. It wasn't just it's Maximus fighting this, and then Cooper being here, and and
And
Lucy
then
doing this,
Hank here, this one
and
here, Norm
Stephanie
here.
here. And I did love how Chet finally outed her at the wedding. It's like of all the places to out somebody like
Oh
that.
yeah, in front of everybody,
And
yeah.
right in front of everybody at the wedding, it's like she's Canadian, and they took more offense to I
I
think her
found
being
her glasses.
Canadian.
Well, where are they? Well, I
Yeah,
dumped them.
yeah, and then he put them back in the disposal. So I'm curious to see
Yeah.
where Woody's going to pop up next,
I was about to
if
say,
he ever does.
isn't that accessory after the fact?
Exactly. It's like, geez,
And then you ratted yourself out if that's the case. But yeah,
true.
so many shows.com, so many mashups. Mike Pete, Fallout season 2, episode 7 and 8. We will definitely see you guys for season 3. Any trailer info we get, we will mash it up and let you know, even if it's 3 minutes. Have a
Looking
good one.
forward to it. Talk to you in the next one, everybody. Have a great week.